Hey, Larry. Hopefully we can do this without having to go over there and get them away from the lamp about 12 times. Hopefully. He's already eyeballing it again. What do you call that move, Wilson? Oh. And as per usual, clean the boxes. They blow up the boxes. The work is never done. Is it, Lionel? You're one of the main, or Zelda, I mean, you're one of the main culprits. So Zelda is going to stay in Doc and Clara's room with Stella tonight. So I don't have to take food and water away from everybody. And since Doc has done pretty well in the main room, he will keep his freedom for the evening, and we'll just put Zelda and Stella in there together. Stella can stand to skip a meal, so I don't think depriving her of food overnight is gonna do any harm. I think Hank is getting a lecturing over there for something. I don't know what he did. She wasn't happy about it, though. And I got to pick up something for fleas tomorrow. I think I told you all earlier that they stopped carrying the flea medication we've been using. So I got to see what they got. Get my finger out of the way. I tried something different with the lamp. I attached it to the light fixture up there to try to keep them away from it. It's halfway working. I don't know what she's so worked up about. I wonder if Doc is at the door. I'm not going to get up and disturb her now, though. She's drinking water. Probably be the last time she gets any before tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think Doc's outside the door. We'll let him in a second. Maybe she'll come back to the water. Stella. What's up, Lionel? You're the only one being very photogenic right now. She's got her toy in her mouth. I don't know what they're thinking when they do that. My orange tabby at home does that too. He picks up a toy and walks around the house doing the exact same thing. Hello, Mr. Wilson. Still not as bright in here as I would like, but if I put that lamp any lower, that's all they'll do is screw with that. wish I had brought the laser pointer, but I did not. Stella. No, you don't need all of that. You just had a bowl full of food. You don't need any more. Let's see if that was Doc outside the door. Maybe he'll come in. Well, there's a Clara. And there's a Doc. Hey, Mr. Krabs. In or out, Doc? In or out? I can't leave the door open. Come on. I'm not so worried about that anymore because she does that to her own kittens. No, Larry. Actually, there might be some somewhere else in the state, but it was very uneventful here, to say the least. A coworker took a picture of a small little limb that had fallen down in the back of the building today and sent me a picture and said, "Never forget." But no, we came through it unscathed. Sounds like Charleston and maybe part of Georgia and definitely Florida and the other Caribbean islands might have taken a lick, but no problems here. The power just barely flickered at our house one time last night, and that was it. We were prepared, though. We can say that. Oh, I hear growling. Who's that? He'd been doing so good. Come on, Doc. You played with him yesterday. Come on. Stop it, Doc. He's just smacking Wilson while he's trying to drink water. And you guys have... Sorry, I know you can't see anything down here. I'm going to bring this bed back out. Somebody has dragged it under the desk and flipped it upside down. Lionel and Percy and Zelda all seem to enjoy the bed. And so far, so good. No one has peed on it like they did last time. So maybe they're over that phase. I don't know who it was. It might have even been Stella that was doing that. But honestly, don't know. I know you itch, buddy. I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. Somehow, some way. Hey, Connie. Lighting's a little better when I sit on this side of the room. Hey, Wilson. Bye, Wilson. But Doc was in a much better mood when he was in here yesterday. He was actually okay this morning when I let him in, but yeah, they are, Connie. They need homes badly. I don't know what that was, but I guess you ate it. I got an email from the lady that at the rescue that's helping. Person was interested in Zelda or one of the other kittens that she had on her pet finder page, and she forwarded me the email. What has happened? I've got to get them some flea medicine. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I just see a red spot in front of his ear where he's been scratching. I hate that. They were interested in Stella and another kitten on the pet finder site, and she forwarded me the email to reply and set something up and let her know how to get in touch with me. And she wanted to come and meet Zelda, and I've emailed her back and have not heard anything. Oh, Lionel, that looks bad. So when I take Zelda in the morning to have her spay done, I'm gonna see what kind of flea treatment I can get. I was saying earlier, they don't carry the Revolution anymore, which I was using. So I don't know what they've got. But something's got to be better than nothing. But I'll probably, maybe on my lunch break tomorrow, move everybody back into Doc and Clara's room and give this room a thorough vacuuming. Hey, Suzanne. In addition to their flea medicine. I'm open to whatever, Connie. The only limitation I have is the weight requirement. We were having to buy, it was like an under 5 pound type for of the Revolution that we had given them before. For whatever reason, they said they weren't going to carry that anymore. I bought the last bit that they had. He's sort of calm. He doesn't want me to pick him up, but somewhat calm. I think he's happy that he doesn't get shut up in that room. I left the room. I was only here half the day today. So when I left him out in the main room, and I left his typical room. I left that door open so he could come in and out. I think he's happy about that. She'll be shut out of there tonight while Stella and Zelda are in there, but otherwise, there's a Percy. He can go back in there tomorrow morning because I'll have to pick Zelda up pretty early in the morning. No, our plan was to do it Monday, but I think I told everybody that the vet called me like a little after 6 Monday morning. Said, I could probably do it. We're going to be open, but there's a risk the power might go out, and it's a risk I don't want to take if we don't have to. And I said, I totally agree. So that's where we're at. Watch out, Wilson. But he's a little less angry about being in here. He was a lot less angry yesterday. As I said, he was over by the door and he was playing with Percy and Wilson, who are the main two that he used to have it out with. And Zelda is more interested in shoelaces than anything. So yeah, if I hear anything more about any potential adopters, I'll let everybody know. I don't know what the deal is. She's got my email, my name, my phone number, the YouTube links, Facebook links, Instagram links. So it's about all I can do right now. I really want to get these guys adopted soon. Not that I'm repeating myself. Not that I want to see them all go. I'll miss them. just time. Sorry, I'm inspecting everybody as I do this after I saw that red spot on Lionel's ear. I don't know if they have inherited Stella's flea allergy or not. I hope not. We'll get it knocked out. Doc. Yeah, and that's why I say I need to get in here with the real vacuum cleaner when they're not in here and go over it probably a couple times. Same day I give them the medicine. Well, hello, Percy. Come on, have a seat. Flip this around. Maybe. Still got to get my finger out of the way. I'm not doing very good at this. It's hard to maneuver with that battery attached to it. But this guy's going to make somebody a very good pet. He's very personable and doesn't get mad about anything. Uh-oh. Doc discovered the lamp. If I can spin it around. He's not as bad as the others, though. He just wants to check it out and then he leaves it alone. Coming up to you. I don't know. I did some yard work for the shelter Saturday, and I was hoping to talk to the shelter director a little bit about maybe getting a little help. I know it's not their job to take on getting these cats adopted, but you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing. Figure maybe they could help out somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. But unfortunately, nobody. There were some people there, but I don't know if it was the regular staff. I think they had an adoption event at the PetSmart the day that I was down there with the lawnmower. Well, I'm biased, but I'm inclined to agree with you. They've come a long way, and they were still, when we brought them here, they were still pretty skittish, but they're not anymore. I don't know around other people that they've never met before if they would be that way. I don't think so, though. I think they pretty much like everybody. Trying to give Zelda as much time as she wants to eat or drink. But I don't know. I can't tell if that's her or Lionel. I think that's Lionel. He just wants to run around and be goofy. But again, I've neglected my duties as far as what I did once before and go to every vet in town and you probably can't see him in there and put flyers up. I need to do that again. maybe I can start that this week. Today would have been an okay day to do that, but I came in and had some work to do, and then I had to leave here, and one of our cats at home was on the special diet, and he was out of his medicine, so I had to go pick that up, and I had to go to the bank, and I had to go to the pet store and pick up the regular cat food, so my afternoon got spent doing that. Our other cats at home get better food than the prescription food that our cat Murray gets. But for whatever reason, the prescription food is way more expensive. And it's corn and grain and all that junk in it. But he seems to like it, and it seems to... He had a bad problem with crystals forming in his bladder. And that seems to have stopped since the last round of antibiotics and a combination of that and the food. We haven't had any more issues. Let's see if I can get close to Stella without freaking her out. See, Zelda's totally cool with this little butt right here. What? And it appears that I just got an email from George's mom. So hopefully there's another picture attached. I can't check it while I'm doing this, but I will post that to Facebook when I'm done or shortly after I get home. You can't really see Stella at all. I'll just blind her with my phone light. You see the little flecks of dust flying around in here. Uh-oh. I think my battery might have come unplugged partially. I got that weird message that said this device may not be supported. Yeah, I agree. Again, that's why I say I hate to see them go, but it's just time for somebody to adopt these guys. The older they get, the harder it's going to be. But we'll do what we have to do. Oh, this low light, Wilson, you look green. Yeah, drink it up, because you won't have it in a little while. Doc is in the tunnel, and Hank is playing with him somewhat. Guess I should turn my light on there. You see Doc's glowing eyes in there. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah, that's the only reason I hate to use this spotlight, but sometimes in this room I just have to do it. I feel like I'm on Ghost Adventures. All these little things floating around in here. They played a little bit yesterday. I mean, Doc played with pretty much everybody in here yesterday morning. I think he's kind of gotten over being a jerk to him all the time. At least I hope so. He's not far behind. I think Percy is actually, I know he's thicker than Doc. He might even be a little taller. Zelda is doing her best to get my attention for something. Come on. Pay attention to me. Don't worry about them. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to do a side-by-side comparison when they're in different parts of the room, but yeah, Percy's a pretty dense cat. Nobody wants to watch you lick your butt, Wilson. I guess we'll walk out here in the main room and see if Doc wants to escape. I don't know where he is right now. He's still in the tunnel. You wanna come out, Doc? He says yes, let me out, please. Lily and Clara were eavesdropping too. And there's Miss Stumpy. Lily. Clara. And a more well-lit Doc. Yeah, and I hate to leave Zelda in that room again. She didn't, which none of the kittens really cared too much for it, because when I put them in there, I kept checking back on the camera, and I think I might have saw Lionel come out once. And Larry said he saw Hank come out and eat something, but they stayed hidden all night. And the way they gobbled up their food this morning, I guess Hank must have been the only one that came out and ate anything. Seems like Clara's fur is getting longer. I don't know if I'm just going crazy or it's actually happening, but she just seemed to have such short hair before. But she and Doc are pretty much same size now. Pretty sure Doc will outgrow her though. He seems to be getting bigger and bigger. Lily. I talked to Lily and Claire says, no, me. Me, 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 me. All about you. You tired now, Doc? That little romp in there wore you out? When I came in, he's declared that chair right there to be his. He slept there pretty much all night last night, and when I came in, I moved the bed there before I left around lunch today. And he was conked out when I walked in. I woke him up, and he has a couple of toys in there that he stashed. If he's happy, I'm happy. Until he starts taking out walls and ripping out electrical and doing anything like that. Clara, you're older than those kittens are. You don't need my shoelaces. They're bad enough. Oh. Get a dose of your own medicine, Doc. Try to eat her tail and she'll get yours. She's going to the other shoe. Well, I guess I should go ahead and wrap it up. I've got to stop and put gas in the car on the way home, and I still got to move a couple of things. Actually, I don't know. Just a litter box, I think, is all I've got to move in there. Pretty sure I'm just going to leave the hammock and the cube and all that in there, since Stella likes to sleep on the hammock now. But tomorrow we'll do this a little earlier. Should be back to 5:30ish, maybe a little later, because I'll have to go pick up Zelda late tomorrow afternoon. I typically do that around 4:30, and then have to fight through traffic to get back over here, and by the time I get everything settled, it may be a little after 5:30. But we're going to say 5:30. That's what we're going to shoot for anyway. So, sorry you won't be able to see these knuckleheads running around tonight. I've contemplated maybe the camera that I had in here last night. I've contemplated making a third stream. I mean, it's doable, but that one will have to, since it's in the main room where everybody's working and all that, that one will have to be shut down pretty much every day, 8 to 5, and we'll only run at nights and on weekends. So I may work on that tomorrow, so you can keep an eye on these guys, because we're going to have to keep Stella and Zelda in there for a couple days. I mean, I'll let her in the other room supervised, but until she's healed up a little bit, I think we'll just keep them in there. Yeah, I mean, I've already got the camera set up. I just have to set up a new stream through YouTube, which is not a problem, but I can work on that tomorrow. Thank you, Connie. I'm glad you didn't have any damage and you're safe, and hopefully we're done with hurricanes for the year. I was looking at the track for Jose, and it looks like it's just, you know, going in big circles in the Atlantic. But hopefully it stays out there and nobody has to deal with any of those things this year. Any more of them, I should say. But thank you again, Connie. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Thank you, Suzanne. I think that's and Spencer. It's all Spencer in here. I think that's everybody. And thank you, everybody else. And as I said, I got an email I got to check from George's mom, and I'll put that on Facebook either in just a little bit or maybe after I get home. It'll be up tonight anyway, so you can look out for that. But until tomorrow, thank you, everybody. We'll see you then.